Hello, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a soft-spoken introduction for my second video, so you all can get to know me better. I first stumbled upon the ASMR community back in 2018. I was in AmeriCorps at the time, and feeling particularly restless and having difficulty sleeping, being on the go and in and out of a van, having different sleeping arrangements every night. So I thought back to when I was a child and my mom would read me books but whisper them as she would read, and remembering that it gave me tingles and put me to sleep immediately. So I did my research, of course, and I googled how do you get tingles from whispering, and sure enough ASMR came up, and lo and behold there was a term for what I had experienced as a child, how I was able to fall asleep so easily when my mom would whisper to me. So I had googled videos of people whispering, and all of these amazing ASMR artists came up. So the first that I had discovered was Gentle Whispers, aka Maria, and she put me to sleep and immediately with her whispered videos. And then I watched some of her soft-spoken videos and her roleplay videos, realizing there was a whole other layer to ASMR and a bunch of different ASMR triggers, and not just whispering. From there I also discovered and subscribed to Isabel Imagination ASMR, Sophie Michelle ASMR, Blue Whispers ASMR, GB ASMR, Midnight Moon ASMR, ASMR Glow, among other ASMR artists. I also recently discovered Me ASMR and Grace V ASMR, just some of many amazing ASMR artists who have impacted me greatly and who gave me the inspiration to start my own ASMR channel because of how much it gave me and how much peace of mind and relaxation that ASMR videos gave me. Now, I realized how difficult starting a YouTube channel would be, specifically finding a name for my channel. I came up with various different names, and of course, with how big the ASMR community is, realizing that a lot of the names that I came up with were already used, or were already established ASMR artists. So the first name that I came up with was Whispering Willows, because I had a horse named Willow growing up, and I also grew up in a home that had a backyard with a willow tree that my brother and I would play in. Then I searched it up and saw that ASMR, or Whispering Willow ASMR, is established already. So then I thought about a few other names that again were already established ASMR artists. But then I thought about Whispering Wallflower because as a child I was super shy, and even into adulthood I considered myself a wallflower because I would be that girl standing in the corner at parties or social gatherings, not really interacting with people as much or approaching people because again I was super reserved at the time. So I wanted to also keep the alliteration. I wanted to incorporate whispers or whispering in the channel name, but keep the two W's with the alliteration. So I was like, what about Whispering Wallflower? When I had originally searched it up, I did not see an ASMR channel by the name of Whispering Wallflower, but when I did a second search after, of course, I published my channel, I had discovered an ASMR artist had already used the name with one of their ASMR stories. So I might change my channel name a little bit, maybe to Wallflower Whispers instead of Whispering Wallflower, just so that there's no misunderstanding or I'm not stepping on another creator's toes in any way. So I am already recognizing challenges that come with creating a YouTube channel and the challenges that also come with making ASMR videos, specifically adjusting the sound, adjusting the lighting. As you can see tonight, I have a different setting and ambiance for my video. I am outside on my patio and I still have my ring light set up. So again, just playing around with those different things. I also live next to a pretty busy main road. There is a little extra noise in the background. I like how you can hear the crickets as well, and it adds to the ASMR. So yeah, I'm still learning, and I thank you all for being here with me and supporting me and watching. Thank you. So a little bit about me. My real name is Sierra, and I'm 28 years old, and I am a elementary PE teacher. I graduated from Boston College with a degree in elementary education and applied psychology, and I was an athlete growing up since childhood into adulthood. So my experience and background in working with kids as well as my athletic side, so I thought that was pretty fitting, or a pretty fitting role for me. This is my first official year teaching PE, so it's been exciting but definitely challenging. But every position comes with its own set of challenges, especially in the education field. Prior to teaching PE, I worked as a teacher's assistant and then a paraprofessional. I also worked on the behavioral side of things, and I was a behavioral therapist. I worked at a therapeutic day school as a tutor, so I've had various roles in the education field. Now, the athletic side of me, I first started playing softball at the age of 6, and from there I wanted to pursue figure skating. So at the age of 7, I began figure skating and took lessons until I was about 14, and then I hit my growth spurt. And when you're really tall, it's really to contort yourself in different positions for spins and jumps. Therefore, I decided to pursue other sports after I felt like my figure skating career had run its course. So then I went into horseback riding. My mom was also an equestrian growing up, and she bought a horse, and the horse was Willow, and we had Willow for about 5 years or so, and we did have to sell her. She was sold to a wonderful owner who still keeps in contact with my mother, and she's at a wonderful stable in New Jersey. So then after that, I decided I wanted to try another sport, and there was a flyer for a startup fencing program at my middle school, and the coach was looking for interested middle schoolers who were looking to start fencing for the high school team, the high school that I would be attending. So at first I was a little unsure, but then my brother actually expressed interest and said, "Oh, but I don't think you'd like that. That doesn't sound like something you'd like." So of course, being the sister who wanted to prove something, I was like, "Oh, that's something that I could do." And sure enough, I tried it and I ended up loving it, and then that led into a 4-year high school fencing career that I had, and it led me to competing on a national level, and then later on at a collegiate level. for about 9 years, and I fenced epee. Specifically, there are 3 weapons: epee, foil, and saber. Saber is a slashing and a pointing weapon, and you can hit from the head to the waist. That is target area. And foil has a minimal target area where it's just the torso, and then epee, the weapon that I fenced, everywhere on the body was target area. So I thought that was really cool that you could have a bigger target area and hit anywhere on the body. Then I decided, once I got to college, and I decided to pursue teaching because of my experience working with kids. Come to find out, teaching is very challenging and certainly not for the faint of heart. So after college, I was really torn, and I was debating if that was something that I wanted to pursue for the rest of my life, essentially. And I still have my doubts, as most people do, I think, in any field, not just education. But I'm also the type of person that enjoys various different things, and I never see myself doing just one thing. I like doing various things, changing it up as I go. So that could also be why I had and still have moments of doubt where I wonder, could I see myself teaching for the rest of my life until I retire? Or do I want to just teach for right now, maybe 7 years, and then do something different? Kind of like I was doing when I was in AmeriCorps. In AmeriCorps, you do various different service projects. I did conservation work, I did fire mitigation work, I did hurricane relief, I did fire relief and recovery, I worked at a wildlife preserve on the maintenance side of things. So I was always doing different things, not ever focused on one thing, which was perfect for me and how my mind works. But so far, I really do enjoy teaching PE, and it really caters to my love for sports and my enjoyment and experience working with kids. So that is a little bit about me. Going forward on my channel, I do hope to create more soft-spoken videos such as this one, as well as whispered videos like my first video, and also delve into some role plays, which I hope to do for my 3rd video. So thank you so much again for your support, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I hope you all sleep well and have sweet dreams.